Sunrise is getting earlier. This is good. I came out here 15 minutes earlier than I normally do. It's pretty good. I tried to come out here early to beat these workers, but they were already up here. I don't know how they get these people to work this early, but they always have. They always start extremely early. I can see it in the summer because you want to beat the heat, but I don't know. Anyway, it's Friday. All is well. All is well. Story in the Bible. Basically, this woman, I think she made a place in her house for a prophet to stay, or something like that. Anyway, it might be mixing two stories, but bottom line is she had a child, and the prophet said that the child would grow to be a certain something or other. And then that prophet moved on, and down the road, the child got sick, and it was laying in a bed and actually died. And the woman was out looking in foreign lands, whatever, to find the prophet. And she finally found the prophet. Well, along the way, she knew the kid was dead, but she knew the prophet had to fix it, because he said he was going to do things to death. And the prophet's not a liar, so So she knew the kid was dead. But all along the way, anyone that stopped her or asked her, she'd say, all is well, all is well. Because she knew once she found that prophet, which she finally did. And she said, and I know you said he would do this, and I know you're not a liar, so basically fix this. And I said, prophet either went with her, or I think he just said, your son's fine, and went home, and the kid was raised from the dead. So I guess the lesson is, somehow don't be in denial. That bill's not due. That bill's not due. I don't know I don't know how you do that one, but the lesson here is have a positive confession. Be positive, stay positive. Paint a positive picture, and just hang on to that positive picture, because we are creators, and creators can bring people back from the dead. Who was that guy? David Hogan. He's raised a bunch of people from the dead. I think he said he had a 10%, 1 out of 10, he could actually get them back from the dead. I think he even had one, or told a story about one, that the guy had already even been embalmed, and they went to the funeral and drug him out of the casket, stood him up against the wall, while the people are like, what the fuck? Because he wasn't coming back, and then finally choked alive. Cat Kerr says somewhere in the future there'll be a young boy who died, and they had him cremated, and they were at the funeral, and the kid who caused the accident, he had kid die, shows up at the funeral and runs down to the front and says, no, he's not dead. And all of a sudden he either shakes the ashes out, or they just fly out of the pot, and then the ashes swirl around and form into a person, which becomes that little boy, and he's 100% restored. She said that was something that's going to happen, which is interesting. Take my lighted hat off, it's too hot. Whew. Anyway, she said in the future, airplane will crash, and a believer will go to the side of the crash and say a few words, and the plane will reconstruct. Everybody will be alive again and walk off the plane alive. She said this one too about hospitals, and Neville Johnson said this. Not sure if it was just Neville Johnson. Well, he's a prophet as well. He said that there's going to be a certain point in the future where we reach, it's probably the fifth dimension level, but I mean, like maybe before then, but in the millennium, I think we'll have these powers. But he said believers will walk into a hospital, and everybody in the entire hospital will be made whole. So those days are coming. I just don't know when. Yeah, it's a turkey, Ollie. Freaky, huh? Cooper! Coopy! There he is. So, oh boy. Dizzy. Here, Coop. Eat some more cheese. There we go. Pray for old Daryl to get rid of his dizziness and his whatever his sickness has been trying to come all over him. In Jesus' name, make it go away. Oh, can't go that way. So anyway, yeah, the Schumann resonance is playing havoc on, it's causing fatigue, nausea, dizziness, because we're all being upgraded. And you'll think you're sick, but you're really not. I even went to the hospital with pain in the back, and they said, nothing wrong with you. It's just ascension symptoms. That's all it was. And that's what I'm getting now, mixed with what the world would call a head cold. Why in the hell do we have colds? I mean, it's probably your body cleansing itself. Yeah, I get that, but it just seems like by now we'd have a cure for something that's so simple. Well, we do have it, but they're not letting us have it. Anyway, they will. It's coming. It's all happening. Just keep breathing. We shall have heaven on earth. And until then, just say, all is well.